Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Unsurprised, Strange World is being dumped onto Disney Plus a month after its theatrical release.
Actually, a lot of the Disney blogs were surprised because they were predicting that it would be next year in the first 3 months sometime, probably like March or something like that. And we said, no, they're going to probably jump it on Disney Plus like before Christmas because they'll want some big like draw for Christmas. And that's what they did.
Hashtag Clownfish was right. Oh my God, guys. Look at that. This I figured was going to happen, and I'll tell you why I think it was going to happen. Not only did this movie lose a lot of money in the theaters, I don't think it was ever really intended to be a theatrical release. I think that this had something to do with Bob Chapek pushing money around.
Mm-hmm. Which we said a couple times.
They had to release it in theaters. They could have given it a half-assed effort and not spent any extra money on marketing, but they had to release it in theaters because I think he pulled money from theatrical to bankroll this movie, which was always supposed to be a Disney Plus thing. Just a personal opinion, but there's definitely something up with this because they did not try very hard at all. They deliberately put this movie, sandwiched it between two major tentpole franchises that were going to absolutely cannibalize the audience.
And they have barely advertised it.
They barely advertised it.
It was funny in the comments when Disney Plus announced they were putting this on Disney Plus. People were saying, "Oh, we get a commercial for it now."
Yeah.
And people were saying that multiple times in the comments. They were saying it was not advertised.
So let's talk about this because again, we were right. I told you this is probably what was going to happen, and there it is. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, almost 283,000 subs. Thank you for the support. We do talk about Disney. We talk about animation. We actually do like animation, and we have worked in and around the Walt Disney Company for a number of years. Not so much now. They don't like us, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't think we'd fit in very well now.
Kisses.
Hello.
Aww.
Hello, Mickey. How you doing?
Kiss this. No, sorry.
So this is coming from The Verge. Strange World from director Don Hall only hit theaters on Thanksgiving. The studio's already getting ready to debut the movie on Disney Plus for reasons that might have something to do with the terrible box office.
Yeah, they're trying to put it on Disney Plus because they think that if more people are able to watch it, that this somehow will garner an audience that likes it more, and maybe they'll get those Rotten Tomato scores up or something.
Mm-hmm. Disney announced that Strange World will be coming to Disney Plus this December, just weeks after its theatrical release. Despite featuring a stacked cast of stars and a script from the Raya and the Last Dragon co-writer. Does anybody remember Raya and the Last Dragon? That was in and out, and nobody cares.
I never watched it. I need to.
I don't care.
There's so many things I have not watched.
It struggled to make a splash at the box office. They're being kind. The movie currently stands to lose Disney $100 million. It's difficult to pinpoint specifically what about Strange World made audiences less inclined to flock.
I can think of a few things.
But in the months leading up to its initial release, there was a decided lack of major advertising behind the project. I do agree with that. However, there was also the messaging, which some parents weren't really into.
Parents got up and left.
The story centers on one of Disney's first openly queer protagonists and features a surprisingly diverse array of characters.
They even made the dog handicapped.
Even the dog is disabled. You can't make this. Even the dog. But again, this is like usually Disney, when they have their animated movies come out around the holidays, they generally do the McDonald's tie-in. They generally do a big marketing push. Now they have Wakanda Forever at McDonald's. I don't know what they're doing now, but they were doing Wakanda Forever. They weren't doing this one.
They'll probably do Avatar or something.
Ron's Gone Wrong got toys at McDonald's, for God's sake. Like I think sold it.
Usually when they have a big animated push, they do toys.
Yeah. And this one got like nothing. I saw a trailer for it once. I think it was before one of the movies I took the kids to go see. I think it was actually Minions. I took Pinky Boo to go see Minions. I saw a trailer for it. I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And I saw like one or two TV spots for it, and that was it. They planned for this to happen. They knew this was going to happen.
Well, I even said that. They said that they could have put Turning Red theatrically.
Yes.
And they didn't. They decided to push Strange World theatrically, which makes no sense. But it does if the money was earmarked for theater, but it went, to something that was planned for Disney Plus because they were shuffling it around.
Yeah. Plus, look, people have seen the movie. I think Wes from Thinking Critical, I watched he did a review of it. He took his kids to go see it. He didn't know anything about it. He's just like, okay, we'll go see this new Disney movie or whatever. He said it wasn't that good. He said it was very boring.
I've heard a lot of people it was very boring. Yes. They said the story was too much crammed in, and for little kids, it was very confusing.
Yeah, and it's not really knocking them dead on Rotten Tomatoes. And it is weird because there have been some really good Pixar movies. We actually said Turning Red was pretty good. We made fun of again, we make fun of the marketing around it. We make fun of the stan culture around it. But when you actually look at what our opinions on the movies itself is, a lot of times there are things that we've actually given good reviews to. We just mock the
stupidity around it.
Turning Red, put it out there, it would have been fine. But of course, they had to make it weird. They're like, it's all about menstruation. It's like, that's not a good selling point. That's not going to get people to the theaters.
No. But
come on, let's go see a Pixar movie about a girl menstruating and turns into a giant red panda.
I just took it as she got angry and upset and turned into a red panda where she had to calm herself down by brushing. And you won me over with that because I felt seen.
But now
I'm no longer a little mermaid, but I am a red panda that has anger issues and likes to brush things. Sorry. It's very specific.
Yeah. Well, if you were a Little Mermaid and you were menstruating, there would be blood in the water and it would be shark.
It's Red Tide.
It's Red Tide. Oh my God. Disney's Red Tide. Then you throw Baymax into it.
What's Baymax have to do with
because they had that Baymax, so that was their marketing for the Baymax.
Red Tide?
No, but menstruation. They had Baymax handed out tampons. That was their
Really?
Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable are you right now? They were, and then there was a whole big thing because Baymax was handing out tampons to trans people or whatever.
What?
Blink and you miss it. But that's what everybody this is what Disney hyper focuses on. They're not like, hey, this is a good movie about a family going on an adventure. It's like, no, even the dog is disabled.
We have every checkbox ever. It's just funny. This is another case of where if you just focused on good characters that happened to be these things, it wouldn't have been such a big deal. But the marketing, when they did have it, was all about, hey, look how diverse it is. It's so diverse.
Yeah,
and diverse.
This is just it should be organic. This is what's killing them right now is they're just wearing it on their sleeves. You want to mix it up with characters. You want to mix it up with family dynamics, whatever. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. But when you go right out and say, hey, immediately oh my God, the bigots are going to be so mad because the dog is disabled and gay. I don't know if the dog's gay. Is the dog gay?
No, I think it's disabled.
Does the dog have a little wheelchair or something he gets around?
No, I think it has 3 legs.
Oh, yeah, it's 3 legs.
There's a lot of 3-legged dogs out there.
I actually knew someone that had a 3-legged dog. Yeah.
It's really not that big a deal.
Well, for the dog, it is.
Not really. A lot of times they just adapt and they're fine.
I would get our animals robot legs if I could.
You get them wheelchairs.
Well, no, I'd plus
with rockets on them.
Yes.
Blow up your dog. Anyway, can we just get to the point?
Well, no. Now I'm thinking hey, Charlie, if he ever gets to the point where he can't walk very well, we're gonna get him rocket dog legs.
He'll catch the house on fire. It'd be not pretty.
It would be awesome. Who else? Nobody else has a rocket dog around here. Anyway, let's get back to the point. So
let's do that.
So Unsurprised, they're dumping it on the Disney Plus. This was probably they were probably going to put this one on Disney Plus from the get-go, but they're like, well, we need some more write-offs, guys. So let's say, hey, we put it in theaters. Now we can pull money away from the
theatrical slate,
budget because we've been all this missed opportunity for write-offs. We were dumping all these movies on the Disney Plus. We should have just dumped them in the theater, not promoted them.
We're going to lose $100 million. Write-off.
Yeah. Let's do a sequel. Lose some more money.
Don't.
So there we go, guys. Hashtag Clownfish was right again. There it is. If you want to check the movie out and you have Disney Plus, you'll be able to check it out before Christmas.
On December 23rd.
On December 23rd. Told you it was going to happen. There it is.
Everybody else I'm so surprised. We didn't expect it to next year. And I'm well, that's exactly what we said was going to happen.
They're putting much better movies on Disney Plus. They did it with Encanto, too. So, of course, they were going to do this. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.